In this video I will be covering the feedback EA have responded with regarding the recent Battlefield 2042 beta that received mixed reviews on most aspects of the game. EA have been quick to point out a beta is exactly that, and as such unfinished, having branched the beta from the main code back in August, meaning any development past that point would always be left out of the test. EA have however also recognised the community unrest and followed up by showcasing some features that were either incomplete or missing from the beta, which I will cover here. Firstly, EA recognised that numerous improvements to the user interface identifying between friend and foe, the ping system and in-game team communication were all missing during the beta and are vital to team play. Secondly, players weren't able to go hands-on with all 10 specialists and see them in action on the battlefield. The full 10 have now been released with individual skills. How this is received only time will tell, as the identification issues still need to be addressed. Please see the link in the description below to view all 10 specialists. Other fixes indicated by EA linked to gameplay are increasing the number of tanks that you'll experience on Orbital up from 4 to 8. Changes have been made to movement, adding strafe input to sliding, adding the ability to vault on moving objects, and toning down jump spamming. A nearby grenade indicator has been added, entry and exit animations are now shorter with some being removed entirely, and elevators have been fixed so that you see less funky behaviours with doors. Talking about server population and matchmaking, EA said that they monitored too many players being dropped into overfilled bot matches, which was linked to matchmaking. Therefore prove useful feedback in making real-time changes to the way this process works. EA also observed some players sometimes being sent to servers outside of their regions with much higher pings. This is already under investigation and has a number of fixes now in place. Talking about the game UI, EA pointed out that the beta wasn't fully representative of the final experience, as some elements were missing due to ongoing bug fixes. Big Map, for example, was disabled, but will of course feature in the finished game as shown here. In-game communication was also lacking in the beta, which EA have indicated is now very much in the current developing game. Added to this, the compass behaviour will now remain on when aiming down sight to make it much easier to communicate dangers to your teammates. The HUD or heads up display has now been tweaked, moving the score events back in line with the crosshair for a more traditional kill confirmed dialogue. Over on the left hand side of the screen, the kill log is now more readable, with colours denoting friend or foe killed. EA have also performed significant performance passes on their colourblind settings to help support those with colour deficiencies, improving the use of the UI interface. Lastly, on the UI, the critical alert messaging shown at the top of the screen has been reduced in size based on feedback from the players. Going into the squad play and weapons, EA have confirmed that beta only contains set loadouts. In the full game, loadouts will become fully customisable, all controlled from the collection screen in the main menu. Diving deeper, a frustration EA saw from the beta was feedback around inconsistencies players experience with EA's Plus menu and the need to reset best setups on each of the weapons on each round, and in the case of the AK-24, unintentionally on every respawn. EA have shared this deeper look into the complete behaviour of the Plus menu and to showcase that players have more control over this function than was available in the beta. Improvements at the end of rounds, including celebrating the strongest team players in EA's end of round flow, again didn't make it to the open beta, but expect this in the full game. The game will be paying tribute to the best squad players and recognising the contributions players made to capturing objectives, reviving fallen teammates and keeping ammo stocked up. Feedback from EA to improve the identification of friend or foe includes improvements to the IFF lighting, adjustments to the tint of the overlay, and ensuring the friendly icons are no longer occluded through the walls within 40 meters to address the failure to identify friendlies before they enter your field of view. Controller players will be pleased to know EA have taken on board feedback and have improved the mapping and overview of controls, as well as tweaking the aim assist strength to align more to previous titles. One last thing from EA was just to confirm Voice over IP is being worked on, but will most likely be released in patch form post-launch, but this is coming to the game. That's everything from me. I hope you enjoyed the update, and if you learned something new then consider subscribing to the channel to keep up to date with 2042 and other MMOs. Thanks for watching and have a great day.